The Quote Builder module allows you to generate a professional price builder of any product or service you offer. This highly flexible module automatically calculates the total on the fly, providing the user with an instant total for the goods and services they require. Now, you control whether an item can be ordered in multiples, is a mandatory item, or is one selection per section. If you have a product or service to sell and would like to provide a powerful option for visitors to your site, the Quote Builder is a great tool for you. Now, I'd like to show you an example of a client that does use the Quote Builder on their site. And when visitors navigate to this page, you'll see that they do have several options for the Quote Builder. We'll just do the first one, which is the traditional funeral service with burial. And when you click on that, you'll notice that you see all the options, what the selections are. Some are mandatory, some are optional. The vehicles, everything is explained: embalming and preparation, cash disbursements, and their casket selection, which makes the list quite long. But down at the bottom is a total of what everything costs. Now, just to show you how that total will work, should they select this casket, you'll notice that is automatically added to the total. And they want the notifications in these papers. So it gives you an idea of what you can do on your website and offer to visitors to your site, that they can actually see what the cost of the funeral might be. There are different packages available, what they have to have, what they can select. You can have that on your site too. Now, how to put that together? In order to create your own Quote Builder, obviously you're going to have to go to the website editor. So select Website tab, and the editor will open up. The first thing you're going to have to do is go to Manage, and you're going to want to create a Quote Builder page. Now, I've already done it in our funeral merchandise section. You'll see that I do have a Quote Builder page already built. We've shown you how to do that in other videos. So you would create your Quote Builder page, save it, go back to Edit. We'll collapse the menu for easier working. And we scroll down and go to our Quote Builder page. Now you can see we've actually titled it Quote Builder. When you have created your page, you're going to have to go to Edit Page Details and go down to the Page Action. And make sure that you have set the page to open a Quote Builder. That's obviously required. You save that, and then you can start editing. So see, I do have some sections built in here already. You go to Edit Content, and the editor opens up, and you'll see that I do have items in here. Our professional service charges, and we have an untitled section at the moment. But what these options here are, the new option will allow you to add a new quote. Edit allows you to edit an existing quote. You can delete a quote if you like. And Positions allows you to change the position of the quotes, how they're going to appear on the page. So if you'd like to add a new one, you click on New. And the first thing you see is the Options section. And is this section going to be visible? Obviously you want that set to yes. The position in the page will default to the second position, but you can change that, move them around. The section headers used to separate various sections of your firm's Quote Builder into categories or sections. You'll have the ability to provide a more specific title in the next step. Our title, you use this box to enter the title of the product or service that you are entering into your Quote Builder. As an example, we had the professional services. We're going to have our facilities section. And we're putting in a description of this is the use of the funeral home's facilities for service or visitation. Now, how should the items be displayed? You have several options here. As you can see, we have a drop-down box, much like this is working. You also have check boxes and radio buttons. And I'll explain these. The drop-down box, as the name would suggest, is going to be just like this. It allows users to click on the arrow beside the box and a list of choices will drop down, allowing them to make their selection. Like radio buttons, drop-down boxes only allow users to make a single selection. So the drop-down boxes are commonly used to save space on web pages as they hide the list of choices until they are open so you don't have a big long page. Radio buttons obtain their name from old radios found in automobiles where the buttons popped in and out. When you push one button, the others all popped out. This is the same sort of function you can expect from your Quote Builder radio buttons. Users can only make one selection from the list of available choices. When they make a different selection, they automatically deselect the previous choice. And of course you have checkboxes, and you've done surveys before where you can check as many boxes as apply, that sort of thing. So this is the same thing. Users simply use their mouse to check some or all of the choices in a list. Checkboxes are useful when you want users to be able to choose more than one option. They could select 3 out of 5 choices, that sort of thing, indicating they have no interest in the other 2. So you have to decide what this selection offering is going to be on your page. We'll just leave that as a drop-down box at the moment. And you'll see that we do have item names here. And you have 10 possible entries for each section. In the name you would enter, I'm going to say service, and the position in the list is 1. The price for a service in the funeral home using the facilities, we're going to put that at $400. When you do put a price in, don't put the $sign in. The system will automatically do that for you, okay? So you don't have to enter a $sign in there. The status, when it first comes up on the page, you can set this for not selected, if it is selected automatically, or if it's mandatory. Say they were picking a package on your Quote Builder that there would be several items that were mandatory. That's when you select that. So we're going to leave this as not selected at the moment. You also want to set the quantity. You can allow the user to enter a quantity. For services, obviously there would only be one because there's going to be one service. But if it was the visitation section, you might allow them to have 2 or 3. Family might have that many visitations. And you would put in your description that was also going to show on the page. And for item 2, we will make this the visitation. Once again, we're going to leave it as not selected, and we'll allow the user to enter a quantity. And the price for that. And you could continue on if you have many items in that section. You would just keep adding them all in. And as I said, 10 per section. We're going to save that. And now we'll go have a look at our Quote Builder page again. And here's our traditional funeral service with burial page. So we have the pre-built stuff that was here before, was our professional services and charges, all selected as they were all mandatory, and the price I was going to show there. And here's the section we just built, facilities. And these are funeral home facilities for service or visitation. So we've selected service. So you can see how the page will work. Once again, if we go to edit content, I mentioned the positions option. You can click on that and you'll see that we have how these items are appearing on our page. I want to move that up, and we want to move facilities up. So now when our page opens, they'll open in the order that we've shown. This is the item we want to delete. I click on that and I click delete. And you'll see the item has been removed. You can also edit the header. This was the section that we had put in with the description on the package that we were offering on that page. And you can also edit the footer with any disclaimer if necessary that you need to pop in your page. Once you're happy with everything, you just save and close. And our Quote Builder page is ready for publishing. Actually, this one's not quite ready for publishing. but it's getting there. So you can see how the quote builder can work on your site, how easily it is put together, and what it offers visitors to your site could be very helpful for them. Should you have any questions about the quote builder, contact your project manager at FrontRunner Professional or send us an email to support@frontrunner360.com.